Alright, so the Triforce considers three things: Din, Pharaoh, and Nadra. So let's do three Zelda games. Sorry to the Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, the Oracle series, um, Link's Awakening, A Link to the Past, but you're not going to make this list. Minish Cap, you're just not going to make it. So I'm going to pick the three best, in my opinion, and sorry to Breath of the Wild, but I'm definitely not picking you because you had some shitty bosses in there and they were all Ganon. So no thanks. So I'm going to pick the three best Zelda games, in my opinion, in the game. So let's start off with my third favorite Zelda game of all time, Skyward Sword. Yeah, if it wasn't for the motion controls, and I agree with a lot of people, if it wasn't for the motion controls, this game would be so much better because it's such a great story. I love Skyward Sword, but the motion controls, they are kind of annoying. So let's start off with my least favorite to my favorite temple, shall we? The Lanayru mining facility. Just don't like the temple. I don't like getting electrocuted. I hate that temple. Let's just get it through the lines right now. I really hate that temple. So, yeah, I'm just not a fan of electricity. Second one, the Earth Temple. It's okay, but come on. It's too easy. It's too easy. I mean, yeah, I guess you consider that the Fire Temple, but I don't know. It was what it is. Then the one after that was the very first temple, the Skyview Temple. It's okay. It is what it is, but it's okay. Then the one after that, Fire Sanctuary. Whoa. These temples are just so boring, right? Then the one after that, can we consider Skykeep a temple? Because I thought that was fucking awesome. This is where it got cool because of the fact that you got to put a puzzle together and figure out where the other three Triforces are. I thought that was pretty cool, but do you consider that a dungeon? I don't know. I think you might. Then we go to Ancient Cistern, which I thought Ancient Cistern did a great job. A lot of people hate the water temples, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then my favorite temple of all of them had to be the Sand Ship. I mean, come on. It's cool how you can go from the past to the future. That had to be the best one, right? Okay. Now let's go to the mini-bosses. My least favorite mini-boss in this game, Stalemaster. I just did not like this boss at all, and it did not like me. It always kicked my ass every time I play it. He's just so hard. The next one after that, Stalfos. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Stalfos. I don't know about you guys, but I really did not like Stalfos. Yeah, I did not like Stalfos at all. Then the one after that, Moldark. Oh, yawn. Yeah, Moldark. He's actually a boss in one of the temples, and he comes back as a mini-boss. Come on, you can't do that, right? Yeah. Then Lizalfos. Kind of reminds me of Ocarina of Time. Boring. Then after that, Armos. Armos was okay. I mean, it did what it did. I thought Armos was okay, but, you know, if you consider that the mini-boss anyway, I kind of do. And then finally, my favorite one had to be the pirate guy with the hook. Kind of reminded me of Captain Hook after you get the bow. The LG Scarecrow or whatever the hell you pronounce its name. I thought that was by far the coolest mini-boss in the game. Even though I did have some rough times against him, he's pretty cool. All right. Then we go to my favorite, to my least favorite to my favorite. Let's be honest. The Imprisoned is the least favorite boss in the game, right? You fight him 3 times. Boring. Yeah, I just do not like the Imprisoned, and a lot of people that play this game will agree. 3 times, 3 too many. The next one after that, Moldark. You make him a mini-boss and a boss. Boring. Oh, I'm falling asleep here. Yeah, Moldark. Boring. All right, the next one, Scaldera. Well, I don't know. You got to throw bombs in his mouth. Kind of reminds me of like the Dongo, except it's a rock, and he's got legs. Kind of a stupid concept, if you ask me. The next one after that, Tantalus. Yeah, Tantalus was pretty cool, but come on. Almost every Zelda thing has an eye. This one's no different, except you got to destroy the tentacles, and then you got to shoot them in the eye. It is what it is. It was an okay boss, but could have been better. Then the next one after that, Girahim. Yeah, you fight him 3 times too. Do you consider the Hoarder battle? Because that one would be go before Girahim, but I don't know. Girahim I thought was pretty cool. I mean, he was the first boss in the game. It's pretty cool. You can fight him 3 times, but the third one's probably the hardest one. But the first 2 could be hard if you don't know what to do. The one after that was pretty cool, Demise. Demise was pretty cool because you got to use the lightning to make your sword stronger, then whip it at them, and then do a skyward strike. Pretty cool if you ask me. And then the last one, Galactos. It looked like you were playing a Tinker Toy. And by the way, I believe it was Phantom Hourglass, or I think it was Phantom Hourglass, not Spirit Tracks, that had something very similar to that, where you had to break down the guy that kind of looked like a Tinker Toy too. That was pretty cool too, but not as cool as Galactos, how you gotta rip out his arms and then he just walks around. I thought that was cool, and then you use the sword against him. That was awesome. So that is it for Skyward Sword. Now, this is where everyone asks me, what's your favorite game, Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess? I don't know. They're both good. Oh, man. They're both good, but I guess I will do Twilight Princess next. I know. All right, so my least favorite temple is, I hate this one. I mention it all the time. I hate City in the Sky. I don't like that. I hate City in the Sky. I just don't like that dungeon. And then after that, I don't like the Palace of Twilight. I don't like that one, if you consider that the next dungeon. Just because I hate how the hand comes after you. Got to shoot the hand, go out 2 doors, and then you're out there. It's just dumb. All right, then after that, I don't like the Temple of Time. It's okay. It's just not that good. You know, they could have put a lot more effort into it. It's just, for a late dungeon, it was just not a lot of good stuff in that one. Then after that, Snow Peak Ruins. It's okay, but it just sucks that you got to keep going back and forth, bringing the guy soup, making the soup stronger. Then the Yeti girl says, oh, I forgot. It's not in that room. Go to this room. It's just a lot of backtracking. I'm just not a fan of that. Then after that, Forest Temple. It's the first temple in the game, and you gotta find monkeys. It's okay, but same thing with Snow Peak Ruins. You gotta go back and forth. Ugh. Then you got Lake Bed Temple. I actually like Lake Bed Temple. I thought Lake Bed Temple was pretty cool. How it's kind of like a maze. But I get where some people come from. Arbiter's Grounds I thought was really cool because it reminds me of the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. Because in that one you take on some Poes, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. That's not actually the mini-boss in that temple either, is it? No. Although it should be because it's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. And then Goron Mines, the best temple in the game. I agree with Zelda Master because of the fact you get to go upside down. It's so awesome how you get to go upside down in that one. Because all you need to do is use your iron boots and you can float up in the sky and go upside down. Cool. I like that concept. That's why that one is my favorite temple in the game. All right, now we go to bosses in the game. Okay, I'm going to pick Armagoma as my least favorite. Yeah, boring for a late boss. Especially the second phase where it just runs around with those little scarabs with an eyeball. Stupid! Okay, the one after that I hate, Diababa. I get it, it's the first boss in the game, but come on. It's too stupid. I hate it you gotta wait for Ook the Baboon to come out. It's just dumb. Then, speaking of that, I gotta do the mini-bosses after this. Then Blazetta. It's okay, but I just don't like how you gotta run around, wait till she comes down, hit it with the ball and chain. It's okay, but not my cup of tea. Fyrus is next. There's nothing really to it. I mean, you never really get hit from it. It's just too easy. shoot him in the eye, put on your iron boots, knock him to the ground, then hit him. Okay, Argarok. I like it, but it could be difficult if he hits you with the fire, because then you could fall down, you could die, then you got to do it all over again. But I like the boss fight. I like how it's up in the sky. I like how you fight a dragon. It's pretty cool, right? One after that, I like Morphil. Pretty easy. I don't know why. I just love the water bosses. That's just my preference. Then Stallord. Stallord was awesome, if you ask me. Stallord was by far awesome. I love the concept. Too bad you don't need to use the spinner that often, but I thought it was awesome. And then after that, Zant. I love the battle, especially the water lakebed temple part. I love that one the best. I probably like his real battle, the last temple, 5th. I probably don't like the Ook the Baboon. That's probably 4th. Then the Blazetta one's probably my least favorite. Then probably the Bai Baba would be my 2nd least favorite. And then the Goron Mines would be my 3rd least favorite. Just because you got to wait for him to shoot and dodge it and then wait and then kill him. And then the Ganon battle, I like. Puppet Zelda was the worst. Ganondorf, the horse, was okay. Ganondorf, it is what it is. But I thought Beast vs. Beast, Ganon vs. Dark Wolf was by far awesome. All right, mini bosses in that game. Ook the Baboon, it was okay. Just not that great. The mini boss in City in the Sky, I don't like how you got to wait for him to come back in the second half, but it was. Deku Toad, could have been better. Dark Armor was cool. The Dark Warrior it is what it is. The Goron was probably one of my favorites, and then Deadeye was awesome. The Deadeye was just awesome in Arbiter's Grounds. I think that was the best mini-boss. So, if you look at my favorites in that one, Goron Mines is my favorite. Deadeye from Arbiter's Ground is my favorite. And then, of course, Stallord from Arbiter's Grounds is my favorite, too. So, unless you pick Zant or Ganondorf, but yeah. All right, now let's go to Ocarina of Time. All right, dungeons. Inside Jabu Belly. Hate that temple, just not a fan of it. I always just get lost. Inside Deku Tree, I get it. It's a beginning temple, but it's just too easy. There's nothing to it. It's just a stupid one. Ice Cavern, not a fan. I just don't really like the Ice Cavern. Shadow, don't really like the Shadow Temple. Not a fan of it. Fire Temple, I always get lost. I'm just not a fan of that one. The Dongo's Cavern, it's okay for what it is, but not my favorite. Spirit Temple, yeah, it's okay. I like how Spirit Temple, how you get to go as a kid and then an adult. That's awesome. That's why that's 3rd on my list. My second one on my list, I love it because I love mazes, and the Water Temple is a maze. I love mazes. Makes you think. It makes you feel like a puzzle, right? So Water Temple's 2nd on my list. And the best one, because you take on the pose, just like in the Arbiter's Grounds and Twilight Princess, Forest Temple. Great temple, if you ask me. That's why I chose that. I like that Forest Temple a lot. Okay, let's go to the mini-bosses in this one. Deku Scrub, would you consider Deku Scrub a mini-boss? If you do, that's the least favorite one, because it sucked. Oh yeah, find out the password, 231. Not that good of a mini-boss. Then the Octopus. Boring. There wasn't even a mini-boss in Dodongo's Cavern. So yeah. The Fire, I don't know what you call it, the Flame Dancer or whatever, Flare Dancer. Not a fan of it. Just don't really like that one. The Redead, the one in the Shadow Temple, it was okay, just not the best. Trying to think here. The Pose was awesome. Yeah, the Pose in the Forest Temple was by far the best mini boss up to this point. I mean, you look at the Deku Scrub, boring. Octopus, boring. But Forest Temple was just awesome. Flare Dancer, boring. Redead, boring. But before that one, those armors in Spirit Temple, they're okay except for the kid part. I hate that one because it's just too strong. But that one's okay. It's probably the toughest enemy at this point. But then after that, the pose is by far the second best mini boss. And the best mini boss in this game, I think a lot of us will agree, drum roll please, a boss that was in Zelda 2. And not a lot of people ever fought this boss in Zelda 2 just because this game is so hard. But in Ocarina of Time, it's so easy to take on this boss, Dark Link. Awesome sub-boss. It's great that they brought him back, but he is just so easy. Especially if you use the item in the Fire Temple, he's really easy. Okay, let's go to my favorite bosses in Ocarina of Time, shall we? My least favorite one, Baronade. I don't know why. I always struggle with Baronade. I just don't like Baronade. Next one, Bongo Bongo. I just don't like the Bongo Bongo. I always struggle with that one too. Don't ask me why. The one after that, Goma. Too easy. Yeah, I've never got killed by that one. The one after that, Dodongo. Not only is it too easy, but you really never even get hit by this boss. Come on, give me a challenge here. Morpha. If you know the trick to get in the corner, very easy. By far the easiest boss for such a hard temple, such as the Water Temple. Very easy boss. Okay. Volvega the Dragon. Really cool, but I don't know. Sometimes he just deceives you. You think you're okay, and then he hits you with fire. Okay. Phantom Ganon. Great boss, but not the best. Ganon. Ganon's okay, but could be annoying. Ganondorf, pretty cool how you got to use a light thing. But by far the greatest boss in this game has to go to Twin Rova. And if you link both Oracle Seasons of Oracle of Ages together, you could take on Twin Rova in that one. But it's a lot harder than the one in Ocarina of Time. Thank you guys so much. That is my rankings for Zelda. Enjoy.